Greetings and salutations. I am Bajongles, and if you enjoy my content, consider following me over on Twitch at twitch.tv/Bajongles1, where I stream every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday at noon Pacific Standard Time. You could also, if you'd be so kind, check out my Bluesky and Tumblr, both at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. Also, if you wanted to check my VODs out, consider liking and subscribing here on YouTube. It would be much appreciated. And with that, back to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello, hello, hello. How is everybody? Hi. I'm doing pretty okay. Might be coming down with something. My throat is feeling a little bit funky. Yo, hey Gremlin, how's it going? How's it hanging? Uh, I have some news. Class was canceled today. I have no time limit for stream today. So I'm just gonna, play it by ear. Speaking of play it by ear, I would like to get immediately to doing Outer Wilds music. Give me just a moment. Oh, how'd the wedding go, by the way? Good, I hope. I'm glad to hear it. Hmm. Oh boy, water sure does taste good. Alrighty. Ah. Before stream today, I've been doing some research on that set, like for the setting I've been working on. And I've come to realize that, realistically, villages are. Well, I bet you drink water, water boy. Go and guzzle the ocean, why don't ya? Uh, Let me turn down the volume on my phone. I was hearing myself pretty loud. There we go. Okay, splendid, splendid. Uh, I've been doing research. It turns out that towns, cities, and villages were pretty close together, relatively speaking, because people had to get to and from them within a reasonable walking distance. So things tended to be like, what was it about, like a few hours walk, definitely, like within a few hours, so you could get there, you could do your business, and then you could get home before dark. So turns out there's gonna be a lot more villages than I originally thought there were gonna be, but that's not a bad thing. Ugh. Yeah, it's and because I want to have a similar amount of settlements to like dungeons, that means that there's gonna be quite a few points of interest in like this whole region that I'm working on, which is very good. Yeah, because like I want this whole thing to be uh, uh, I want this whole thing to be more of a place where you can put your games in rather than like one big like story setting like Ravenloft or Storm King's Thunder, those sorts of big adventures, or your Icewind Dales. Oh, from center to the edge, if I remember correctly. Ah, right. Yeah, so like it wasn't it was fairly condensed, and like castles and forts and such were also really close together because people had to effectively be able to like control and govern an area. So it turns out there's gonna be a lot of shit, and so I get to do this sort of Breath of the Wild thing where it's like, Can you see it on the horizon, aka about like roughly 5 kilometers, 3 miles away? Uh, yeah, you can go there, I guess. Like, yeah, there's gonna be a point of interest there. And so that's sort of why the hexes are about the size they are. I changed them from being 5 miles to 5 kilometers, which is smaller, but I like the I like the I like the number 5 better than 3, so I've switched it to kilometers. But still, like, that is a give or take the distance between like a person and the horizon is about like 5 kilometers. That being said, and I'll keep talking about it. I'm not like changing the subject or whatever. However, I will be switching to art time and I'll be drawing something unrelated. We're back to Cloncept art. Hip hip hooray! You know, so with the three like warring baronies that I'm dealing with the whole setting, I've decided to sort of do a standardized number of settlements. Like, that's not realistic to how things actually are, but also like I want it to be more manageable. So whatever. So I have like one major city. Uh, like what was it? Let me actually pop up my Google Doc. Google. There we go. Uh, so there are three major cities in total, one for each barony. Then there are like two minor cities. Then there's like three major towns for uh each each minor city. Then four minor towns for each major town, and then five villages for every like four minor towns. And that still leaves you with like about 153 settlements per area. Oh, what? Oh, let me see the size. Uh, versus hamlet. Let me look that up real quick. A village is a group of houses that is larger than a hamlet and smaller than a town. What is the size of a hamlet? Hamlet. Yay! You live. Hi, Dicey. How's it going? Uh, Hamlet. The word and concept of Hamlet can be traced back to Norman England, EU, French. Huh? Sentient NPC games? Tell me more. Okay, so I'm looking at the Hamlet Wikipedia page because I don't know much about Hamlets, and apparently we have a local government in Clackamas County, not where I live, but a different county. We have Hamlets here. It's, why did I not know about this? This is like my state. Okay, so a hamlet, it says a hamlet is smaller than a village, but it's not giving me a specific size. About the size you can walk on the... Oh, I see, of course, of course, of course. Let's see, settlement hierarchy. Whatever, I can look at that later. I can look at that later. It was a video game analysis video. Oh, right! Kaneko Pet, that's been on my wish list forever. Buddy Simulator 1984. I'm gonna have to look into that. That sounds fun. What's it about? You know, I'll look into the exact rough size later, but like, yeah, if it's smaller. Okay, what is a hamlet compared to a thorpe? Of separate houses, cabins, or farms that are not large enough to be considered a village. Ah, I see. So a thorpe and a hamlet are kind of the same thing. Because a thorpe is like just a grouping of a couple buildings. I'm not sure. I don't think I'm gonna have them on the map, but like they're probably going to be there somewhere. Because like they're so small. You know what? You know what? I'll add them to the map and then I'll make myself go crazy. It's fine. That sounds more fun anyways. Rihanna, what's buddies? It's similar to the other games. Oh, it's a text adventure. Okay. Oh, you name a text program and become friends with it. Playing games with them too is very interesting. Ooh, I'll have to check that out. I think today I want to be a little ambitious with what I'm doing. I keep having the idea of like showing something involving this dude right here. Yeah, this guy like showing sort of the final boss thing. But yeah, like I was saying, I'm sort of like trying to do a standardized thing where like each barony has like the similar or the same amount of settlements, even though that's not realistic because that's like, you know, convenient for me. And also convenient for whoever else uses the setting, because I do want to make it into like a book that people can get, like a big setting book. Let me look something up real quick. Hamlet versus Thorpe. Okay, so I just looked it up. A Thorpe and a Hamlet are the same thing. Just one is from Norman French, disgusting. We hate William the Bastard. And the other did not, and is funnier to say. Thorpe is funnier to say than Hamlet, so I'm using that instead. It has a demo out on Steam. Oh, let me open up my Steam real quick to put that in my library. Buddy Simulator 1984. I will add the demo to my library. Also add it to my wish list. There we go. Seen any good anime recently? I have not. I've been really busy writing about bears. Like, one of my favorite manga of all time, recently got an anime, Gachiakata. Like, that is, I still need to check out that anime, but, like, the manga is so good. Its power system is also really cool because it sort of draws from the tradition of like people's feelings and emotions and thoughts towards like objects of value, sort of like being imparted into said object is really interesting. Especially well, you see, you see, don't worry about it. File. Open. Open Sesame! Alright, where the clown platformer. There we go. Wait, no, I don't need to do that. I can just find the fucking screenshot again. Where are you, my silly Billy? Where are you, my silly Billy? There we go. There we go. There he is. There's Cillium Billiam. And like, because I want to go super in depth with this whole like, medieval setting. Uh, there's gonna be a shit ton of places of interest, and I think it would be really interesting to have. And I saw this from a video of like increasing random encounter difficulty and frequency of combat the further away you get from like settlements. And it would be really interesting to have that coincide with larger and larger dungeons. Dungeons in a mechanical sense. In the Dungeons and Dragons sense. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. Adrits. Big comedic moment. Yes, big clown wizard moment. Um, it's interesting. It's definitely interesting. I'm not excited that it's Vivzy Pop and like the Spindle Horse crew. I used to like Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss, but then I really fell off of it. Uh their general humor's not really my thing. I mean, from what it seems like, Vivzy Pop is the executive producer, but like the writer of the show seemed like from what I can tell is like Andrew Hussey, right? Like I saw the credits, so eh eh. It's it's not really either way. It's not really captivating me in the same way that like I don't know a Glitch Productions trailer would. As an example. I mean, when the time comes, there will come a point where I, like, out of obligation, will have to check out the show just regardless. And that at that point, I will be intaking autism meth. So, yeah, all, like a lot of people that I've heard from, uh, like talking about the trailer who were into Homestuck for a while was like, oh no, people are gonna get fucking addicted. It's like meth, don't. Like they were actively warning against people getting into Homestuck. Which I think is really funny. Okay. What is this? A manor. Uh, I'm listen, I'm not looking forward to it. But the problem is I know myself. I know myself. I know myself, and that's why I'm scared. I know myself, and that's why I'm scared to get into like anything near fucking Homestuck. Like the closest I've ever gotten is fucking Undertale fandom 2015 to 2018, and that is scary. Like that was scary. I'm worried. I don't don't do this to me yet. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to me. I'm like cowering in the corner. Also, I got spoiled a little bit on where the trolls come in. Apparently, they don't come in until Act 5, so I might not, like, even know about them for a while. Like, I saw somebody, like, I saw a video of somebody talking about the trailer, and that's how I found that out. So I guess a little bit spoilers for that on my part. I also learned that there's such a thing as Homestuck 2, and because I'm gonna be doing this for academic research purposes, I'll have to do that. I know it. I know I'll have to go into Hive Swap and fucking Homestuck 2. I know it. I know it already before I've even started. I mean, yeah, but still, I'm gonna be doing like a whole fandom retrospective thing like I am with Undertale. So like I'm gonna have to get it like I'm gonna have to go into everything involving Homestuck, including non-canon. Although that's not gonna be for a long time. Okay, Dicey, you reminded me. You reminded me because you said you said Robert Tobert Fobert's name, and that activated something in me. Okay, so people, of course, people are always like wondering like, oh, when's Penumbra Phantasm gonna happen in Deltarune? Because we are playing Penumbra Phantasm. We are playing it. We are playing it. Like literally, it is the border where like what was it? Where like reality and dreams meet. Like it that's literally Deltarune. And so it's like, oh, what is it gonna play? I have a fear that it's not gonna happen at all, as in the song is not gonna be in Deltarune. But the reason for that, I believe, is because Deltarune is Penumbra Phantasm. And also, if it does pop in, it's probably not gonna have the Doctor motifs. I'm sorry, Homestuck fans, it's probably not gonna have the Doctor motifs. I know full well about Doctor. I've looked into Penumbra Phantasm for my research purposes. I didn't know anything about the epilogues, Growlin. That's really funny. And the way the epilogues are structured like an AO3 fanfic with tags and everything. That's really funny. That's really funny. Alright, here we go. Oh, that's the noise he's making, I think. It's very funny. Now, if you're wondering who would win this fuck-ass wizard or Potato Jeremy, the answer is Potato Jeremy, no matter how powerful this guy is. You know, like I've seen a lot of people do like unofficial renditions of Penumbra Phantasm for Deltarune, and all of them have the Doctor motif. I was like, he's not gonna do that. It's probably gonna honestly, it's probably gonna sound more like the Guardian suite, like Guardian, Spawn, like all those songs. Like that's my theory. If it pops up, it's gonna sound more like Guardian. Also, it has a very similar motif to fucking the Castle Crashers main theme. So, what the Doctor motif, the da 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 da, like that's Castle Crashers. Oh my God. Oh oh. Epilogues are a fucking angst and fluff fanfic. Okay, so here's what I thought it was gonna be like before hearing anything when I heard Homestuck 2. So you told me about the weird timey-wimey like, world reset bullshit. I thought it was gonna be that. I thought it was gonna be that where it's like, oh, the universe reset again and it's Homestuck puts out two massive fingers on a massive hand. Two. How am I gonna make this shit like as epic as I'm seeing it in my mind? I have no fucking clue. Wrong placement for the funny. Actually, I think I can go right into the second layer of sketch because what I'm gonna do after this is just like a fun, wacky, colorful, like bullshit. Hold on, I have a Guardian fan art that I wanna share because that's it's something I'm taking inspiration from Rune Titan fan art. I originally saw it from a thumbnail. Da, 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 da. Where do. Right, where are you? You know what? You know what? You know what? You know what's easier? Just searching up the video. Uh, uh, okay. I'm down to the characters that are going. Okay, I'm gonna be completely honest. None of that makes sense except for Spurb. I'm gonna be completely real. Da, 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 da. Somebody made the meme that I was thinking of. Hold on. Okay. So before I show the actual fan art I was talking about, I need to show this. I need to show this. I need to show this. Put on the proper layer. I was thinking of this exactly when I saw the fucking silhouette of the Titan. Just my name is Titan. I made the darkness. I'm so glad that I fucking found it. I'm so glad I found it and that I'm not the only one. Oh god. Homestuck makes no sense to me. Right, where's the actual fan art? All right, yep, found what I'm looking for. Yeah, I want to base the background off of this. Look how fucking cool that is. Alright, get rid of this bullshit that we don't need right now, and then I can get to the bullshit we do need right now. There we go. And hear me out. Might as well use this one. There we go. Like, Homestuck makes literally no sense to me. How do you make heads or tails of any of it? It seems fucking nonsensical to me. Like, from everything I've learned about it against my will, it's like, what? Like, is that part of the point? Because, like, if that's part of the point, that's cool. He wants to go home. With over... Oh, okay. Is the power of it? Okay, not... Okay, you're just making stuff up now. You, that cannot be... What? My god. Oh god, that's funny as hell. That makes no sense. That's really funny. Here. I am tired of you go to fucking hell. You know, I'm gonna have to understand all of that eventually. Today is not that day, but the day will come, and I dread it, run from it, Homestuck arrives all the same. Anything for content, I suppose. Merge with layer below. There we go. Oh god. Come, abandon your, undead alien vampire goth GF. Join me in space as a Bobot. As a character where he seems to. Who was that like all powerful fuck ass guy you were talking about before? Uh, you're the one that rewrites everything. I remember you talking about it, but I forget his name. I could probably scroll up in or like I could probably search it in VODs, but I forgot. Also, all right. I mean, yeah, but also you did mention some fuck ass some fuck ass guy. I forget his. I keep forgetting his name. I will rewrite all of reality. Fuck you. I'm the villain now. No. Uh, I looked that up. Not a troll. Lord English. Thank you, Lord English. You know, I'm just kidding, man. You're you're like holding my hand. I'm on my deathbed. Just it'll all be over soon. Lord English is hard for me to remember the name of because Lord British is from Ultima. And so it's like, ah, yes, Lord British, the king of. Actually, no, he's no, he's Lord Britain. I keep forgetting. It's been forever since I played Ultima. I'm gonna have to get into it, and I'm cursed. I'm cursed forever. You see me weeping. You see me weeping in the corner. I'm a small homunculus now. I'm weird and wrinkly like Peter Griffin's hairless twin. Behold my power. Okay, Dicey, how much do you know about Homestuck? Because I feel like I'm the only one that hasn't seen it here, I guess. All right, cool. Cool, yeah, no, so none of this is making sense to you either, got it. Yeah, no, Homestuck is the kind of thing where if you're not a part of it, it sounds like the ramblings of a mad person. God, can I just say the fact that the credits in the trailer were Toby Radiation Fox is fucking wild. I thought he stopped going by that. Like legit, I thought he stopped being Radiation. Ah, I put that on the wrong fucking layer. He's the one. Okay, so I was watching Fiznom like watch the trailer, and he was talking about how that was fucking stupid, but never like talked about who that was. Well, well, in all his credits on everything, he's always been Toby in quotes Radiation Fox. So it's not exactly like he just went by Radiation. Also, the fact that his first name is actually Robert is awesome. It's sort of like how Dan Avidan his first name is not actually Dan. It's like Lee or something like that. No, Toby Fox's evil doppelganger, Robert Wolf. That's his actual evil homunculus twin doppelganger. I am going to fucking send you to the afterlife. Okay, what? You know what? There's some things where it's better not to ask why, simply because I'll get there. Me points with my big fuck ass hand and like the big cartoon white gloves. Just England spotted. Hmm. Where are they from? They are, my lord, English. Say that again. I kind of like that name. Hmm. Just drop that rip. There's a lot of stuff that I want to draw, and it's all happening all the time. Yeah, no, you make fun of the fact that you're British in the same way that I say typical American behavior when I just say anything. Yeah, it's the self deprecating humor.
Oh, yes?
That's true, but specifically Dark Revival. Like Dark Revival would give me like more availability of like other colors than like the ink and sepia tone. I don't think you have, and also that makes no sense. I'm intrigued. Now, it would be super cool to have like you know how some enemies, particularly what I'm thinking of, has that like weird rainbow goo that they bleed out. Also, I have seen like all through both official like bendy games, Ink Machine and Dark Revival. It's just I haven't played them yet. Yeah, the funny colors. Thank you. Uh, ooh. Oh. Dicey. I just remembered something. So I was watching I was watching a stream between it was a collab stream between like Hostra, Fiznom, and like a couple other people, or at least one other person, and they were playing like all of Bendy for charity, I think. And they were talking about like if what's his name? He's the guy with the overalls and the bendy mask. I forget his name, but like him, of him like if he's a prophet of bendy, it would be really cool to redesign him as like Sammy Lawrence. Thank you. Yeah, Sammy. Having him have uh like very inky robes made of like animation frames and, and like animation cells of what's going to happen. So that's how he's a prophet, is he's looking at the animation cells that are like moving on him. And like I saw that idea. It's so fucking cool. I wish they went with that in the actual fucking game, I tell you. Oh shit, is my shit dying? Nope, it was just buffering. But yeah, no, that would be fucking awesome, right? Daydream? Tell me about it. I don't really daydream personally. Oh, here we go. Are you a good... You're way too big, but you're probably the right shape. You know what? You're probably a better shape for me. Oh, that's the problem. Normal. But basically Sammy got dragged away by Dark Revival Ink Demon. Okay, I really like the Dark Revival Bendy. Like in terms of design. Uh I kind of wish that Ink Machine Bendy was a lot more like lanky. Like a real lanky sumbitch. Oh, that's interesting. You know what? Yeah, that's sort of like random stuff tends to happen in dreams. But now, no, that sounds pretty cool. What's the name of that one guy? The main antagonist, the janitor guy. Because like I know he turns into like his own sort of weird demon thing. I Yeah, he was the janitor at Joey Drew Studios in Dark Revival. I forget his name though. He's like the main antagonist of Dark Revival. Yeah, Wilson. Thank you, thank you. I have become powerful. Ah, I see where the confusion is. I I I don't remember that janitor. I am the Blowball, great and powerful. Okay, this is a pretty cool blue. God, it's been a while since I've like honest to goodness made an AU. It'd be really funny if I legit just named this guy Blorbo. I think that's a funny ass name. He's the Blorbo for my game. Alright, let me see. Oh, I recognize that. I recognize that fuck ass skeleton. I just checked the URL thing. I recognize them. At the very least, they're traced back to actual employees. Oh, sick. Also, for some reason, my mic got messed up, and I don't know why. Maybe I'm just like talking too loud. Yeah, I think I'm just sort of talking too loud. There we go. Give give me the yeah blow. Oh yeah, the one where you're like, it wasn't a bendy type mood. I really, 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 really like the face you did there. I became powerful and awesome. I mean, maybe I will. Who the fuck knows? I need to figure out how to actually do these funny clouds. Oh, I do love me some mascot suits, as you could probably tell by my whole PNG tuber shtick. And add a little extra. Okay. There we go. I'm trying to figure out how to do this and make it look awesome. Oh, I thought you had, like, drawings on hand. I mean, who am I to stop you from drawing? It's not like I'm primarily an art streamer or anything. And I vehemently support art in all of its forms or anything. Oh, I see. You didn't transfer the files. Oh shit, for real? Is there stuff cool? I'm gonna do a little bit of this, maybe. Also, it's really funny that I've sort of accidentally made this almost look like a crucifixion. I just wanted my cheese. I'm going to send you to hell. They have a decent amount of views on YouTube. Ooh. Wait, his mod? Like his moderator? Or like his game mod? Oh, I see, I see. Oh, what's his name? The streamer, I mean. And by name, I mean like, you know, his channel name. Let me see real quick. Digital Kaiser. League of Legends spotted! Death! I say that kind of as I say that as a joke, but also like, Your Honor, League of Legends. Death. Wait, really? Hold on. I'm seeing somebody named Digital Kaiser, and they do League of Legends. Oh, it's the second one without a profile picture. Okay, no. Okay, they may live. They may not only live, but also prosper. Ooh. Yeah, congrats on that. Also, 10 plus hour? Like, on a good day, I could probably stream something like 6 hours. 10 hours? That's fucking impressive. I'll become the god of your realm. So I will be blending some of this to make it look funky. Alright, where's a good blend? You're a pretty decent blend. And then I get to do really strong streaks of color later, and that's gonna be super cool. Plus, I can accentuate the fact that there are very dark spots here, probably. He works someone's on and someone's off, so he has a lot of, Oh. Oh, yeah. That sort of spare time that I don't always have, so that makes sense. Streaming is certainly a really good way to, like, you know, do stuff, feel productive and such while, like, in between. I just get reminded. God, whenever I draw scary, I just get reminded of that fucking song from the with the disturbing lyrics. Hey, Monster, how's it going? But you know, Dicey, what song are you talking about? But you know, hi, Dicey, welcome in. I'm glad to hear it's going good. The fucking "You're My Stump" trend in the animation community. Ooh. You reminded me. Have you heard the Masochism Tango? I'm doing pretty cool. I'm doing pretty good also. I'm doing good and cool because it's only like 74 today, like in degrees Fahrenheit. Oh, that's about 23. That's about 23 Celsius. Stalker's Tango. I've also heard Stalker's Tango. I dance to the masochism tango. Hmm. I forget that that has a texture like that and it upsets me. There we go. Here's a good texture. Or a possibly good texture. I don't know. Oh, I'm trying to make them crazier. Have fun little clouds. Oh, wait. No. Have the clouds show up like they're being highlighted. Yeah. Inspired. This is meant to represent like the final, like, the final thing. So this is sort of like the penultimate of like, this will be the end of the game, and so it has to look cool. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. 23 Kelvin. Okay, so for context to people who don't know Kelvin, the Kelvin scale is for incredibly minute temperatures in absolute terms, and 0 Kelvin is literally the point where atoms completely stop moving. It is literally as cold as you can possibly get is 0 Kelvin. Yeah. You see the like, the more you know. Let me see. There should also be some of this so that I can show that it is especially dark and awesome and mysterious and cool. Man, like I said, color's getting even crazier. Ah! You see, he is incredibly powerful and silly. And with his powers combined, he will fuck your shit up. But yeah, no, Masa. What I'm doing is based off of this Deltarune fan art. It's very good. It's probably one of my favorite pieces of fan art I've seen in a long time. This is not talent. This comes from thousands and thousands of hours of effort and work. Like anybody can be this good, and in fact, many people are actively way better than me. With time and effort. Right, like, I'm gonna be completely transparent about this. This is from a lot of time and effort. This is... This is what the indomitable human spirit looks like. I mean, this and, like, any sort of level of quality in any other craft. Anyone can eat this much spider, says Spider's Jorg. Well, he should not be counted. Get Spider's Jorg out of here. Don't give him his jacket. Don't give him his jacket. Spider's Jorg is an outlier and thus should not be counted. Get him out of here. Also, part of the inspiration for this background is, in a weird way, Disco Elysium. I've not played yet, however, I really want to. And, like, the art in it is a huge inspiration to me as a person. You know, just despite it being from made by, I forget exactly which country the people who made it are from, but, like, you know, despite being like a post-Soviet country, the game is, like, painfully French. Like, come on, it takes place in a place called Revuchol. It is so fucking French. Also, I'm not gonna pretend like I'm trying to pronounce that correctly. Also, the main character's name being Harry Dubois. When it's on sale next, the prophecy will be... It is on sale all the time. You know, the devs are really cool about putting it on sale. Let's get a little bit more yellow. And get you. I said me when I get... You know, also, the people who made it are, like, almost entirely socialists, so it's very obvious that that's, like, that school of thought is like very much painting the like the way the politics work in that game. Now, it's also a school of thought I ascribe to personally, but also like, you have to be aware of people's influences and biases when partaking in media. But like it is important to be acutely aware of H.P. Lovecraft's bullshit when engaging with his media, and he was a awful person and also insane. There's this one video about it where it's like, oh, I guess H.P. Lovecraft just got my DNA test back. I'm sure to have 100% Anglo-Saxon genes. Let's see, 1% Welsh. Like, like H.P. Lovecraft was incredibly racist. Yeah, I mean, he was also just like scared of everything, but that kind of just comes with being racist. I become powerful. I think having it be extra like cloudy like this is really good. Oh. 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 This is looking pretty good. I do not want untagged. I want my ink brush. Gordon, I want my ink brush. Hey, no, give me back my... No, thank you. This way I can actually see the lines that I'm working with. This way, when I do this, I can also have it all be alpha locked, which means I can just sort of go ham on this layer. Also, as you can probably tell, I've developed the ability to draw kind of fast sometimes, and this time is one of these times. Oh, oh, do you? I've got to follow my rainbow. As you go around, I have to keep moving on. Oh, what lies ahead? Only one way to find out. I can just keep moving ahead. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Follow me, set me free. Trust me, and we will escape from the city. I'll make it through, prove it to you. Follow me. It is quite good. Listen, Crush 40 is a good band. As it turns out, music good maybe. I don't know. I don't know. Surprising revelation. Music good. Take my lead, I'll set you free. Have these be same color as our fucking shoes. Yeah, music good, preposterous concept. I find music to be an odious concept. I'll just make you Starkway. There you go. Honestly, not that much difference, but still a difference enough to be cool and epic and also gamer. God, I love this little guy so much. He's the Blorbo for my game. You know, that's really tying everything together. Okay, what if I did this? Yeah, there we go. And that sort of like separates some stuff. Yeah, just sort of to make the border a little neater and tidier. Follow me, set me free. Yeah, also this piece is 100% inspired by Outer Wilds music. This is how Outer Wilds music makes me feel if you didn't know that. Yeah, this is how it makes me feel if you even care. I look sad into the corner with a fat ass. Oh, well, you're listening to the entire soundtrack right now. I have it downloaded on my computer as stream music. Also, my cat just came in. Hello. I miss you, miss. Hi. Alright, so here is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go to size 7, and then I do apologize about this, but I will be, hold on, BRB. There we go. There we go. Alright. I will return. I have returned. Hello, hello, hello. I once again have a cat with me. Very cool and awesome. Now I have a cat on my lap, which is even more cool and awesome. Mwah. I miss you, miss. And let me get rid of the BRB text. Now, she will make it harder for me to draw, is the thing. I am so enthused by this whole situation. 3 as of now. I am ticklish. Oh yeah, on the awesome trip. That's cool and awesome. Alright, let me. Would you be a good brush? You might be a good brush. However, you are way too big, so I'm gonna make you like, I don't know, a 25 size brush. You know, I used to have 4 cats, and then one died, and now I have 3. Uh, that is the wrong layer, believe it or not. Wrong layer in this house? More likely than you think. I apologize, I'm also being distracted by a very cute cat in my lap. I mean, it has been like a year. Like it has been a year now. So like yeah. I mean, I still miss her, but it doesn't really hurt, you know. Now I will be blending this in just a bit, so don't mind that it may not look the best right now. It will soon. Actually, it's been over a year now. I mean that's sort of just what you expect when you start taking care of something that like won't live as long as you. Oh, that reminds me. That reminds me. Uh, of like this sort of concept that people have been talking about with elves is that like it's like why would elves be detached from the world if we experience the same kind of loss with our pets that don't last very long, right? And like elves would obviously still like gain attachment to humans and such, and and other such not as long-lived creatures. And like that's a really interesting thing to talk about. They actually talk about it with Marcel in Dungeon Meshi. Because like she's friends with all the other people, but she will like far outlive them. Oh, yeah, do tell. In regards to your D&D character, I mean, tell whenever, whatever, but like yeah, is going to outlive almost everyone else. Yeah. But like they're it's my kids only live up to 25 years and my character is like 20. Oh, I see. Can you believe that turtles don't live very long? Like, did you know that? Did you know turtles don't live very long? Which is weird because turtles in real life live forever. They live like hundreds of years. I mean, yeah, they should, right? But like in the actual like in like the actual rules, they don't live for long. I mean, yeah, but the official D&D rules are kind of due to feces, so like I don't know, do whatever you want. It's a hobby for a reason. And listen, I say that as somebody who's been playing the game since like 2019. Like I know full well the rules, and some of them are not the smartest. Um, okay, so I actually have an interesting thought on that. Okay, so humans are naturally good, I believe. Right? Like that is just part of my belief system. So like, things that are alive are naturally good. It's the ones who are broken and like, bad at being human beings that sort of rise to the top. Right? Because like the power hungry ones are the ones that are defective. Right? Like your billionaires, your your venture capitalists, those types of like, power brokers, the rich and elite, they are actively like they are actively like defective human beings. That's why we love homebrew in the circus, exactly. And also, ah, and also I believe that there is a separation between like good and bad and selfish, because I I guess through my inspirations of like, One Piece, uh you can be you can be selfish and still be good. Like fully. You can be selfish and still be good. But like for instance in One Piece, like Luffy is good. Right? Like he is a good person. He is so fucking selfish. Like he is a selfish asshole. But like he's good. Okay, for some reason my brush presets stopped working, so I'll just have to go through and find all the brushes again manually. That's fine. Oh, and actually, let me check out your Discord, or not your Discord, your description. Da, da, da. Oh, oh, hey, there's the woke geister that you drew. Um, Mycelium Man. Okay, which Bendy? You have multiple. They may be the same one, but they look different. Oh, the one that's not multiple on the canvas. Okay. Oh, I see, I see. Do you see what I see? Yes. I would follow, however, it's refusing to let me back in on computer. So, I got yeah, it logged me out of everything and refuses to let me back in. Da, 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 da. There we go. Okay, let me go to brush, paint, you. Get to this color. Do this really faintly. I apologize if you hear me coughing. I'm coming down with something probably. And then I a little deeper, have that blend in very much nicer. Guess which one there took about 8 hours? Let me actually go back in to see. Also, is that the fucking wait, no, that's not the clock I was thinking of from DHMIS. Okay, so it says clearly that one of them, in parentheses, this took nearly 8 hours, so I'm gonna guess it's the one with multiple on there. Congratulations, you have played yourself. I win again! Also, I just noticed that I've accidentally made all these colors the pan flag. Shout out to all my pan peeps out there. Congratulations, you're being destroyed by the pan colors now. Day beam! They both say it, I give up. Let's add a little bit more blue. Dicey fainted. You rushed to the Poke Center. One of my friends is extremely competitive. I don't think if anybody's more of a sore loser than him, I'd be very surprised. Okay, let me go back to it manually in the actual brush pack. These woke liberal brush packs are not working on my critter. This woke Labor Party wants to get rid of freedom of everything on the internet. It's true, they don't want to know that, but it's true. Honestly, if I'm ever able to like get any sort of merch thing set up, that wouldn't be a bad idea. Behold the Pride Clowns. They're very silly. I completely forgot like how I found it, but on Pinterest I found a like a trans color jester. Very cool. Oh, give me just a moment. Oh, okay, that's a test. Okay, so I just got a like an emergency thing, like you know those emergency warnings you get on your phone sometimes. It was just a test. It was just a test. As far as like no action is required. This is a test. We're testing out uh this sort of thing. But do not panic. Yeah, I was about to have a fucking heart attack. I tell you. I would like to stay far away from Redbubble. I'm gonna be honest. They steal people's art. I mean, not as bad as like those AI fucks, but like you know, still, I'd prefer not to. Although maybe it is worth doing regardless. I don't know. I mean, yeah, true. Artists do use it. Man, there are a lot of bots on Redbubble that like actively steal people's art in order to sell like, you know, those ready to print shirts and shit. And so, you know what? It's possible that some of them have already stolen my art, which would honestly be a great honor, I tell you what. You know you've made it as an artist when a bot scalps your shit and turns it into merchandise. I meant scrapes. Scalping is a completely different practice, but still. It's kind of funny seeing that thing where I was like, this took me almost 8 hours because I'm used to working on shit for a long ass time. Like, I'm used to a lot of my projects taking fucking forever. And I don't say that as a bad thing necessarily. It's just, you know, sometimes things happen. So it's like, 8 hours. That's a relatively fast project. Fair enough, fair enough. Eight is a lot for you. That makes sense. Oh, I've talked about a piece that I did for like high school art class over the pandemic, right? Like 2020. Uh, that I worked on that piece for 20 hours, 12 hours over 2 days. It was like a physical piece with like a watercolor like pencil. It turned out really good. I hated the entire time working on it. You think you would spend less time on things as your skill progress? It can be the case. Like I'm actively trying to learn how to like make art faster so that I can get more done in a shorter amount of time and thus learn more and all right. I'll be, you know, like, you know, and learn more and shit and just sort of because the more projects you can finish, the more you learn in a shorter amount of time. And so I'm trying to finish things in a more timely manner. Which is one reason why I've sort of been doing this whole thing. Is it's like, all right, what is the best I can do within like I don't know a 3 hour span or however long I take. In this case, 3 hours. And the answer is progressively farther and farther. I've decided that this needs to be uh have some darker spots. There we go. Behold, the default watercolor brush. It makes everything look fluffy. Honestly, one of my favorite brushes in the entire program of Krita. It's not the one I use the most, but it's certainly one that makes me happy. Let me see. Let me add some more of this yellow in, because I do like this yellow a lot. It's sort of a nice, like, like a yolky yellow. Sort of an eggy yellow. Add in some of this right here. Mm-hmm. Yes, sorry, Bob. No, he really is becoming all powerful, huh? What do you do? You're interesting. I'll save you for later. You are also interesting, but not much I can do with you at the moment. You're also very interesting. Can't make you work right now. You're an interesting brush. Are you a bl- Oh, well, that's why it wouldn't work on other services. How do you work? Oh, oh, you're so interesting. Look at you. Hey, you're like a weird mix of a normal brush and a blending brush. If I lowered you down to size 30 and was like cool and epic? Ah, okay. Yeah, and then you put it down hard and then you like blend it out with the same brush. To a human being would make some. No, no, that makes sense. I mean, that makes sense to me. Like if the parasite is sapping enough nutrients, then like the body will stop growing keratin as easily because like it needs resources to do that. And that's you should also probably make them like horribly emaciated as well. Okay. 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 Oh, Forsaken. Oh, Dicey. Dicey, I'm so sorry. At first I read that as John Doe foreskin, and that's not what that says. That's not what that says. That says Forsaken. It says Forsaken. I'm so sorry. Legally mandatory. I I never pretended not to be. Okay, so this is a really cool brush for another time. Look at that. Look how cool that shit is. That's like a Picasso ass brush. Just yeah. Oh, oh, and if you shrink it down, it shrinks the doodads down. Yeah, like let's say you do. This is for a completely separate project. Uh, that I wanted to do something with this with, but like still, yeah, yeah. And then you sort of like, then I don't know. You make some sort of like little sleeping cat, like a little sleeping cat duder or something. Hello, I've discovered a new brush, and I am using it for evil. That evil is cat. Evil plot of cat. Add in like I don't know some sort of green blanket. This is completely unrelated to the whole project I'm working on. I just thought I'd do something new for just a little bit. There we go. We all need a change of pace once in a while. Minor spelling mistake, I win. Have you guys seen that one chat? It's just like a gif of Shadow where it's like minor spelling mistake. I win. Give many blanket. There we go. Goodbye, cat. I have to erase you now. There we go. What if I did you? Yeah, this is definitely like great for another project. This is a sick ass brush. If I like shrink it down even more, you have little tiny like oh, this is really good for like organic like plant texturing. That's sick. Jonathan Frisbee. Jonathan Frisbee twerks oiled up epic style. Jonathan Frisbee never backs down from a challenge. Bring forth the Moby Huge. Procreate. No, this is Krita. Jonathan Frisbee is oiled up for your convenience. Okay, I had an idea, and now the idea must be accomplished. It must be accomplished, or else I am sad. I must measure the board width. Hmm. That really is just for another time, huh? Like that's a really good aesthetic, but also that really is for another time. Ah, popping my back, splendid. Jonathan Frisbee makes a clapping noise whenever he enters a room. You're a fuck-ass blending brush. Anybody applauds Jonathan Frisbee for getting up in the morning. Please be very proud of me. Jonathan Frisbee wants uppies. Oh, this silly guy right here. Look at this silly guy right here. How much of an influence does that really have? A fair bit, looks like. And this has a lot of influence. Now if I remove that, but added that, then we have that. And that is a lot. Have you got it? It's right here. It's right here. As he takes control of the universe. Oh! Damn it. Wrong. I'm so enthused. Let me put my fuck ass signature on here real quick. There we go. Actually, no, I'm not gonna, because this is just like concept art. But still. Yeah. There we go. I need to readjust that. Yeah. You really can see like a clear progression of my art skills as like time has gone on. Because like I've been going at this project for a little while now. And it has gone from this to that. And even with like these, which are impressive and I'm very happy with them. Actually, let me. Yeah. Right, like this is undeniably impressive. Also, let me get rid of that one. There we go. Well, like you can really tell, and then there's also this, which I'm super happy with, and then there's this. Oh, hold on, there we go. I was wondering why that color was wrong. I got rid of a layer for some reason, or not got rid of, but I made a layer invisible. That is an interesting color scheme. Like, see the extra red? Like, this is really interesting. However, I like the cooler tone that the purple provides. I can't wait to share this with a friend. Well, I'm actually typically a warm tone guy. It's just that in this case the cooler tones like really tie everything together. I'm really happy with this. I'm excited to share this with somebody, like somebody in particular. This has some like oddly religious imagery I didn't expect would be in it. Like I didn't intend for this, but like this does kind of look like he's being crucified. Pardon me while I just sort of take a screenshot of this real quick. There we go. Yeah, no, he is in space. Although I guess the Titan here like is meant to also have some religious imagery. And he's super cool. And then this is how you meet him, by the way. Is you meet he's like rummaging through the snack stand. He's like extremely hungover. He's tired. He's just, I am tired of you. Go to fucking hell. And this is how you like. Okay, so here's the thing about it, about like his final encounter. Like he's the main antagonist. He's sort of the quote unquote villain. Right. He sends you to a bunch of different fun locations, most of which are based off of like the different worlds you've been through, like the 8 different ones. And then at the end, you hit him once. You hit him once and he's down and he refuses to get back up because he's tired. And that's how you beat him. He's like, ugh. And then if you keep hitting him, he's gonna make like funny like seal noises like, ugh, I'm tired. Eh. It's very silly. I I live in a giant wine box. The rent is expensive. No, he is drunk. No, no, he is 100% drunk. Yeah. The rent is expensive. If I don't do this, I will get evicted from my wine box. And then I will be a homeless wizard. Go to hell. Oh god, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Oh, did you see the thumbnail art I did for Sunday's VOD? I posted it to my socials. It's loading. Why is it taking forever? Yes, it is on Blue Sky. Fucking load. Krita's not responding because it sucks. Oh, it crashed. Krita fucking crashed. Good thing I saved the art before it crashed. I was gonna open it and show you. All right, here it is. Because I'm doing a Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Here it is. She's in the detention center. She's so sad. Look at her. Let her go. I'm so happy. It is not doing any numbers right now, but that does not matter. I'm happy with it. Her name is Miss April May, and she is the employee of a guy named Red White of Blue Corp. Ace Attorney names are awesome, like Detective Dick Gumshoe. Oh yeah, she tries to distract people with her titties, with her jiggly titties. That does not work on me. You are not a man with jiggly titties. You have no power over me. Listen, I've heard about a character in the future of the series. No spoilers on who they actually are. I don't care. Literally named D Killer. Fucking D Killer. Let's see, what else can I open? Well, I'm kind of done with the clown art for today. Yeah, D killer. Yeah, no, literally. Oh, by the way, this is the map I'm working on for my world building project, that I'm doing alternating on Thursdays. It's a big hex crawl map. I'm just oh god, I fucking love these names so much. Yeah. Were you here when I was describing all the distance stuff that I was working on? I need to learn how to draw maps. Well, lucky for you, uh, it's actually a very it's a very small skill floor. You can just get in and draw squiggles. Like you can just get in and draw squiggles. Drawing a map is like there's a very low skill floor. Go for it. Like all you really need to do is like, okay, boom, mountains. Or like, let me get a better brush. Like, alright, boom. Boom, mountains. Boom, a forest. Boom, hills. Yeah. Boom, coastline. Boom, islands. Let me add some more squiggles to this to make it. And maybe add like a little bit here that's sort of like a darker side to be more visually interesting. Boom. And maybe over here like some sort of like some sort of river that goes up like that, right? And then boom. And then maybe add little bits that are branching off like a river delta. Boom. Now you also have sort of marshy land. There we go. And bada bing, bada boom, you have maybe add a little bit more detail. You have made a basic region map. It is an incredibly low skill floor. Now, is there also a high skill ceiling? Yes. You can get some really complex and beautiful maps. I've made some complex and beautiful maps, but like, you know, all you need to do to get started to make a good looking map is just squiggles. It's all that matters is that it's readable. Yeah, exactly. The same with all art. I mean, technically speaking, all art is just squiggles. Right? Like, look at the boom, art. Done. I've now officially made an art piece. Boom. That's art. And I see people being like, oh my god, artists are so elitist. Oh my god, that's why I use AI. It's like, this is art. It doesn't matter if it's quote unquote good. It's art. Making art is something anybody can do. And I've seen people make excuses of having ADHD and not being able to focus on art as a reason for using AI. As like, motherfucker, I have ADHD. I have that, and I'm an artist. Your entire argument is invalid. Fuck you. I am mentally ill in different ways. That does not stop me from being an artist. Yeah, and like it's okay if you're not like the best out there or like not a professional, right? Because like anybody that makes art in any capacity is an artist. An artist is one who makes art. That's it. Right? That is it. That is the only thing that makes you either an artist or not is if you make art. Same as like anybody can be a cook and not be professional, right? Like if you cook something, you're a cook. As simple as simple does. To make art is to be human, and like literally anybody can make art. Also, don't mind the incoherence. Like I said, scribbles. Look at this really rough. Actually, let me wrong one. Let me make that invisible real quick and then get rid of that. Like, look at all these scribbles here. This is scribbles. This took me no more than like what 10? Not even 10 minutes. This was like no. This was probably like just 10 minutes of scribbling. If I also get rid of the U. And like this is an entire map. Do I have a process? Let me actually create new real quick. Don't mind the white canvas. Sorry, flashbang. There we go. Mid-tone. We're soft. Okay. It really depends on what I'm trying to do. Let me get a nice bright eye-hurting yellow for this. Okay, so what kind of it depends what kind of landscape are you looking for? Like are you looking for a world map? Are you looking for a region map? Are you looking for a local map? Oh yeah. Okay, so what you want to do regardless is focus on thinking of region, but the scale can be whatever. Okay. So what you're gonna want to do is think about what sort of like big features are there. Like for instance, uh, like you want a coastline, right? Just sort of do vaguely like squiggly sort of shapes. Let's sort of do something like that. Right, just for example. There we go. Pikachu looking color, exactly. Right, and then let's do an orange now. Okay, let's say that there is a like volcanic mountain range that goes down here. Right? What I would do to just do very basic is like, all right, ba 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 da da da, and then just sort of like vaguely do squiggles. We can redefine it later and make it more neat and tidy, but there's that. And then maybe like a fun little coastal range over here so that we can get sort of a nice valley that leads to a peninsula. Because like I'm kind of thinking that. Right? And then this isn't always the order I do it, but this is just sort of to show you how fast it can go. Right? Let's say there is a river and then a little more wavy at the end. Like this, and have it be a river valley. Getting it to look right sometimes takes a little bit. There we go. Right. And then we have go down. Rivers barely ever diverge. So when you're drawing a river, you're gonna want them to come together into like tributaries into a bigger river. In the only times that it really like separates is when it's a place like a marshland or a delta where like the water flow is so low that sediment builds up into a bunch of different islands. If there's any sort of like real water flow, then you're gonna want to have it be converging like that. Also, typically speaking, like this is a body of water, right? This side here will be wetter and like more humid than this side, generally speaking. Or I guess this region because here is also close to water. And so what we might see here, let me turn it green, is let's say there is like some sort of coastal forest, right? Like we typically see coastal forests like that. And then here would be like a fertile river valley because the water is coming in, sort of being trapped by this one. Sort of like our coastal range, and then imagine these like cascades, right? Where like we have the Willamette Valley, and then over here is like Eastern Oregon, right? As an example. And then like let's say we'd have some more forest like somewhere down here, and then sort of like going up like this, right? And then let's actually have this go for most of the mountain like the mountains like that, right? And so we have forests, and then we have a fertile river valley that is a lot of grassland, but not entirely. So let's sort of have little dispersed bits of woodland, like let's say that. There we go. And this will dictate how you get your settlements, right? A place like this is a place where a larger city might pop up because it's close but not at the river mouth, which may be too dangerous, and it's at the part of the river where it can rely on trade going up farther. Let's say over here by the river, and with this forest, there are different like logging encampments generally around here, and then they can have the logs flow downriver to different like towns along the way. The geography uh is like it is a lot of cause and effect of like, okay, so there's a lot of water, then a lot of rain, yada 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 yada, so on and so forth. But really, it's sort of as simple as that. Like again, you can get really complicated into you can get really into the weeds when it comes to like map making and world building, but in simple terms, it's not complicated. Yeah, no, exactly. People's like culture and like where they establish society is heavily dependent on, and also the way those societies like form is highly dependent on uh environment. Of course, it's not just environment. A lot of it is like cultural influences from your neighbors and the cultures that you're a descendant from, of course. But like a lot of the changes to your culture will happen due to your environment. no problem. I could probably send you like a bunch of map making stuff if you want. Like I could also send you some stuff that really gets into the weeds if you want that. All right, sick. There's a whole playlist that I can show you getting into like making a realistic map. Which is pretty big, but it's one of my favorite things to just watch while eating. And I can also send you a bunch of stuff for like making RPG maps if you'd also like. I'll do that after stream though. Hmm. I drank a little too much water at one time. Oh boy. There's also a lot of stuff that goes into like how far away different settlements are. Uh, I was actually going to talk about that, but then I kind of forgot. So let me talk about that now. It's gonna be very cool and awesome. Yeah, of course, it's not even art advice. I mean, it is, but it's like it's map making advice. Uh, so like, let's say let me get rid of this and that so that we just have this. All right. So let's say. Oh, also here's a legend I put. This hexagon here is about like 5 kilometer. About 3 miles. The reason for that is because when when you're on flat ground, the horizon is roughly 3 miles away. And so this is about the distance where you'll be able to see something in the distance and be interested, like, ooh. And it's also a very reasonable walking distance. So I wanted, if they do like, let's say this much in a day, that gives people a larger sense of accomplishment when in a hex crawl map like this, because it's like, we've done like 5 hexes today. I think we've done pretty good travel. Instead of like, it has been 4 days and you are still in this one cube. But basically, okay, so let's say there's a major city here, right? It takes up... Actually, let's say it takes up roughly, like, space in these 4 hexes, right? It is a major city. Its sphere of influence is relatively large. People will be willing to travel a longer distance to get here. But let's say you have... what's a good place? Let's say you have a village, right? Let's say you have a... Actually, let me do that better. Have a village. The village's sphere of influence is all this space around it, which is about 3 miles or 5 kilometers. Or actually, like roughly speaking. So, if you had villages here, people who live here and here, these people are more likely to go into town here, and these people are more likely to go into town here because they're closer. Yeah, no, exactly. And so, again, let's say we have a thing here. Its sphere of influence is effectively... how do I do this? Okay, so its sphere of influence, because it is a large city, is very big. It would be probably about like... And this is very rough. Would probably be roughly like... more like this size? where like everyone within this region is more likely to go into this city than anywhere else. And so and a lot of settlements, especially pre-automobile, grew in a very radial pattern where people would like be in places that are not in, but definitely within walking distance of a larger settlement. So you'd have like, let's say you have a major city. Let's call it MC right now. Or actually, let's call it BC for big city. Right? Let's have BC here, big city. Yeah, no, exactly. But also because like they naturally have a big sphere of influence in trade and industry and all that, so you're more likely to go in there from farther distances. Let's say you have big city and it takes up this entire space. Right, let's say for sake of convenience, it takes exactly this 5-kilometer hexagon. Its sphere of influence would effectively be... I said line tool, thank you. Would effectively be... The sphere of influence would be like this. Right, where you have everybody that lives in here, including... Let's say there's... There's a town here, a town here, a town here, and a town here, right? Now, the town would probably have, like... I'm doing very rough sketches right here just for examples. Right, like the town would have a subset of influence here. And then you have, like, let's say villages here, right? Just, let's have villages like here, 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 and here. So this is sort of like how sphere of influence would work with settlements radially, where you could reasonably get to one or the other within like a day's travel, and then be able to do your business and be able to get back before dark. That's so the ancient world was a lot more dense than we think it would be in our car-based world that we live in. So all of that being said, this map is going to be very densely populated with settlements that are small. Like, when I say big city, I mean, like, 50,000 people is a big city in medieval times, or medieval analogous stuff. Like, 50,000, like, you know, half the size... I don't know. Half the size of your typical, like, small U.S. city now. Which you could find to be, like, in the hundreds of thousands. Hundreds of thousands would be a big medieval city. And a relative metropolis would be reaching 1,000,000. Right? 1,000,000 is a massive, massive city in like medieval Europe. But like you'd have a bunch of smaller settlements. and of course it's all relative to geography. You can go further on grassland. Pardon me yawning. You could go farther on grassland than you can in woods, than in forests, than on hills, yada yada yada. Yeah, you need much more places to stop. It's not even an invention of car. The invention of the train also did that. And I might add, the invention of the train is much better. And generally, like, awesome and cool. Whereas the invention of the automobile is cringe. Yeah, boats have been out forever, but boats is a whole separate argument. Not even argument. Boats are a whole separate type of transportation that let you move to the coastlines and allow for international trade. That's completely separate. And that's a whole other beast. Generally, overland travel and trade used to be slow and tedious and expensive. So people typically didn't travel super far unless that was like their job, right? That they were like traveling merchants and traders. Being said, it is about 3 p.m. and I do have stuff to do. I will make sure to send those resources. I'll even send them just like in the Discord. Ooh. Well, like, yeah, I have to finish a draft by today. Yeah, no problem. But like by the end of today, so I'm gonna like go focus on that. So I will do my ending read now. I've been Bajongles. You can find me over here on Twitch, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays, noon Pacific Standard Time. I would much appreciate a follow. Speaking of follow, you can follow me over on Bluesky and Tumblr, both at BigBoyArt1, username Bajongles. Uh, Also, if you're watching on YouTube, I post these VODs a week after they happen. I would much appreciate a like and subscribe. Let's see. I love talking shop about these kinds of things. I do too. Now, I will be doing that primarily next week, Thursday, but I will be streaming, on Sunday to do episode 3 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And then on Monday, I will be doing Multiplayer Mondays. And that being said, it has been a wonderful time. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I will catch you all on the flip-flop. Bye-bye!